Okay, here we are.
And 1, 2, 9. Go,
Welcome
go,
to the
go.
Happy Never.
It's your turn.
Should I go again?
Go again.
Okay. Welcome to the Happy Never After podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mara Merrick.
And I'm Andrew Collin, also a host. Two hosts.
Two hosts.
Two equal hosts.
Me as one.
One host.
Two hosts. Beat as one.
Are you doing Billy Joel?
I don't know what is it.
Two love. I don't even know if it's two.
It's two hearts beat as one.
Two hearts.
Yeah, I don't think that's Billy Joel, is it?
I don't know, man. Who knows, you know?
We figured out far too late that last week it was Wilson Phillips.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And then I sang it to George a million times, and he goes, "It's Wilson Phillips!" Because I was like, "Who sings this? Who sings this?"
I'm sure he loved that.
He hated it.
Yeah. And we're broken up again. Maybe.
No, we're back together. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. For how long?
I don't know. Well, not because we didn't actually break up because of the Wilson Phillips one. He did shove me into the street though, so that was not really. I'm just kidding. You're like, oh my god. I shouldn't joke about that. Hey.
Yeah. Did he push you?
No. He
Mara.
He did
A
it.
little bit.
He did it.
But to you, a push, it takes a lot for you to know
Yeah.
when abuse is hitting you. Like, from on an abuse scale, you need a good fucking beatdown.
It's gotta be like a real sign.
Yeah. Did he beat you? No, he just like cut me a
He
little
stabbed
bit.
me
He
a
stabbed
couple-
me just
only
below,
two
below the neck. Below the neck. And above the organs. In the neck. Right by the neck. In the chest area. He stabbed my tits, which is, what is that?
Is that even a stabbing?
That's not abuse. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's, yeah. Freaking, I was with family all weekend. Every time I'm like,
The penis cutting.
yeah, so my little nephew get his dick cut off. It's like this whole like ceremony and everyone just stands there and watches this. And he started crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he was crying before, he was crying at the prep and the Mohel they call him,
Yeah.
is the guy who cuts the dick off. He's a doctor, usually. I don't know if this guy was. I think they just found him on the street with scissors. He's like, I got it. Where's the dick? It's over there in the living room. Okay, can I use the bathroom? And you have shoes? Also, I'm a little cold. Okay, where's the dick now that I'm dressed? It's back there. Okay. This dick? Nope, that's the other, that's the 4-year-old's. Okay. He could use a little more cut off, huh? So, no, our nephew, who has a long dick, apparently, which we're all so happy about.
Finally!
Oh,
it's
it's
happening!
unbelievable.
It's happening!
It was unbelievable. It's like, yeah, it was a big moment for the Collin family to get a long dick in the family. Now we're good. Now I definitely don't need to procreate.
Good, thank God.
I was worried that I was going to have to procreate with like a 6'8" monster just to get a 6-inch penis in the family. So the Mohel, actually, this is true.
I'm a Colin!
I'm a Collin. I still get scared though. I have anxiety, although I have a 12-inch cock. I get scared. So the Mohel, actually, his license plate said Mohel on it, and he drove a BMW, and it had Mohel on the front. Like, Mohel here.
Wasn't there STDs going around that,
Yeah, there was herpes coming from the mouth of the rabbi because they would suck the blood out of the baby's dick.
Gross!
Yeah, this one put the condom
What?
on the baby, so we were fine. It wasn't weird. No, there was no mouth. That's like Hasidic Jews do that.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I'm gonna throw up.
But, you know, that's religion. And Moyle's kind of funny, too, because it's like, that's like, you would trust that, but if it was like a cancer doctor that had, like, tumor or, like, cancer #1, you wouldn't go to that guy on a, like, a certain kind of doctor could have, probably a plastic surgeon. Huh?
Like, shortens it. Just
Yeah,
can't see.
it's cancer. Cancer, #1. It's fun cancer.
just cancy.
It's cancy. But yeah, there's something to, it's like short in Cincinnati, but Cincy. It's a little cancy.
Just a little cancy.
He's dying though. It's bad. No, but there's something funny
The
about
cancy is killing him.
Yeah, the cancy's killing him. Oh, it's adorable. Diseases are so funny because, like, even genital warts isn't as bad as herpes. For some reason, herpes is, like, seen as so bad because of when we grew up. But so many people have it.
I know. So yeah, a lot of people do have herpes. One of my girlfriend has herpes, and she's very self-conscious about it. So
Yeah.
I call it the herp. I'm like, herp.
Well, herpes.
Little herp.
Actually, herpes is worse. Herper. I don't know. I mean, so many people have it that don't know they have it.
Yes, you should always get tested.
But you can't test for it.
Unless there's a. I get tested for it a couple times a year.
No, but you can't get tested for herpes.
Because my bike will give me a sore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's happening.
Oh, so you
Look
get
at
the
it.
sore checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's just, you have
A disgusting pussy. It's just wear and tear.
Their puss is disgusting.
There's so many sores. No, we see the sores, ma'am. But that's
It's
more of
trying to grow a cover. It's so gross.
We're going to prescribe you with a soap. We're going to prescribe you with a bar of soap and just go wash your pussy in the corner and come back over here and get in the stirrups. Yeah.
Someone saved this room.
Yeah. Did you just get off the bike? Oh no, like it's been hours.
Your pussy says
Interesting.
otherwise.
Yeah, it's not herpes. It's way worse, actually.
It's just you.
It's just natural. So your body is a sore? Yeah.
It's trying to callous
your body
its whole
killed the
self.
herpes. That's how disgusting your body is. It counteracted the sores killed the other sores.
Oh, so you've never had a herpes test. So, because you don't have herpes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens, because
They swipe the sore.
they don't swipe it, they have to dig in.
Oh my god.
And because mine wasn't a herpes sore, it was just like a regular rash from the bike.
Yeah.
They were like digging into my actual like real. I was like, oh my god! And they're like, well, obviously it's not herpes now because
Well, now
you
you have
can see,
herpes
yeah.
from this thing. Yeah. I don't know. I got blood work back last week,
Okay,
and I'm good.
you are
My enzymes on my liver are a little high, but
okay,
other than that,
which is weird because you don't drink.
no. But I took about I don't know 70 or 80 Advil last month. That might have been it.
Why?
I just was sick, and I was like feeling,
Oh,
and I overdid it probably.
oh. You can get high enzymes from that? I have high enzymes in my liver then.
Yes, but mostly from Tylenol more than Advil. But
Oh.
Advil can do it. But they weren't like, it wasn't insanely high. And then my cholesterol actually went down from 215 to 190. So it's,
What pill are you taking for your
I'm not
cholesterol?
taking anything.
Oh,
I was taking stuff for my high blood pressure. So when I went in there, my anxiety was so high, my blood pressure was like through the roof. And so the guy thought I had high blood pressure, which I do. But then I took it over this weekend with just working out and eating right over the last like just week and a half and not being all stressed out, knowing that my blood work was fine and I don't have diseases. And my fucking blood pressure went way down. It was like 128 over like 74, and like I don't know, it was fine.
weird.
I know, my brain's crazy.
Okay, so what happens when you go back to traveling a lot? Is it gonna go back up?
Probably.
Cool.
No, I think
Good, we fixed it for a weekend.
I'm good for now, and it might be just I don't know. I'm on the Zoloft now. I haven't been hard in a week, which is good.
Have you masturbated?
I actually masturbated once or twice since I've been on it.
What did it feel like? Like putty?
No, last time it was hard. I was like, okay, I can come from this, and a lot of cum, because I held out.
Like too
But not on purpose. I just couldn't. Yeah, probably too much cum for one
Oh,
little
held
like,
out for daddy,
hand
huh?
gap thing. Anyway, so that was at the Briss, and the Mohel was there for that.
Wait, did you masturbate at your brother's house?
No, not at all. There's so many rooms. But no, I would never do that. And just by the shower. could do what I want. I did it quiet. So yeah, I don't know, but it was all stressed out last week. But I don't know. I do like I boxed twice with my brother training, and I was like, oh my god, I love boxing, and my elbows don't hurt as bad. So who
But
knows? That might be mental shit. So I don't have any rheumatoid arthritis, anything like that.
Well, it could have been the Zoloft situation. Could be helping everything.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I haven't bit my nails.
Whoa, you have a nail.
Yeah, I mean they're still disgusting.
Pretty gross. You should get a pedicure, manicure.
Yeah.
Maybe just get a pedicure on those things.
Remove my hands. That was always the dilemma. I bite my nails, they look disgusting. I grow them out, they look disgusting.
I know, but you gotta take care of them.
Yeah.
There's like you got cuticles from 87 years in there.
Yeah, it's a good 87-year cute.
It's a cute.
It's a good cutie. And yeah, so it was a good weekend. My mom was in town. My dad was in town. Talk about divorce stuff.
Oh wait, did they see each other?
Not only did they see each other, they were in the same room for probably 95% of the weekend. Not one fight.
Whoa.
And not even like awkwardness. I think it takes my mom dying of COPD, being on oxygen, needing a lung transplant. My dad, a cancer recovery person. And just over time of just getting tired of being angry.
Yeah.
Where they're in the same... I walked in... They're sitting in the same room. My stepmom is at the hotel.
Oh my god.
I'm like, what is going on? Are they about to hook up? This would be weird. My mom would die. Maybe my dad would bang her to death so he could stop paying alimony. Which would be nice. For him.
For him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for your stepmom.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
But I mean, it was, I don't know. It's crazy. My whole life I wanted them to get along, and now that they're getting along, I am not any happier. No, if anything, it's way worse. So if you're wondering out there, if your parents actually got along, would life be better? It won't be. So don't stop worrying about it. No, but when it finally happens, it happens, and everyone's kind of ready for it to happen. No one was like...
Did you guys talk about it amongst yourselves?
Well, we talked about it prior, that they'd have to get along for this to happen for our grandkids.
In the room with them ever?
Yes.
And did that change the dynamic?
It wasn't noticeable. It was a little, I mean, you could feel it in the air a little bit, but they even talked. My stepmom and my mom talked.
Whoa.
I know.
I talked to
it was insane.
My first husband's wife only when she would get drunk. She would love me.
Okay.
And then when she wasn't drunk, I'd try to hit me with the minivan.
Interesting. You would think it'd be the opposite. But, yeah, it wasn't that. It was unbelievable. It was, yeah, I mean... It's interesting because, like, growing up, I was embarrassed of my mom when she would drink, right? And, like, act out. I didn't know how she would be in front of people. And then when my mom was first on oxygen, I'd feel, like, embarrassment. And now I'm, like, couldn't be any more proud of her with how she's handled this, like, insane disease. And how she's out in public and I'm carrying the oxygen. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't care that people, like, watch... And throw rocks at us. I mean, it's bad. But
that's
like,
just like how you look.
Yeah, it's more me. I think it's more on me.
You.
Yeah, I think it's me.
Probably not hang out with your mom.
Yeah, my mom's actually embarrassed to be around me because of the gap and the yellow in my teeth and the wart on my thumb and my nails that I grew out.
Do you have a wart on your thumb?
Do I? Who knows?
Disgusting.
Whatever.
Freeze it off.
You have the money?
You can buy this stuff at Rite Aid.
I bought it. It doesn't work hard enough. It's not good. Is that a herpes? Might be a herpes. Can you get herpes on your thumbs?
Don't show that to me. Get that away from my face.
You can hardly notice it. I'm a boxer now. It's a good thing I didn't use
I
your
almost
glove.
let you use my I would have been like, burn them.
You're boxing the next day with no thumb. No thumb? It's fine. It's a better grip. So yeah, so I don't know. It was pretty. It was an interesting weekend. I drove in with my dad and my stepmom into the city today, and we all hung out. There were no fights, and it's nice because that anxiety that I would always feel insane anxiousness going into a weekend like this. Who am I going to sit next to? Who am I going to talk to? Who's going to be angry at who? All that stuff has dissipated. I don't know if it's a Zoloft. But like...
Everything's chill.
Everything's chill,
Everything's
bro.
so chill.
But it's pretty incredible. And it makes you think like, you know, these family functions don't have to be...
Do you think that maybe that's why you didn't want to have your own situation? Like your own family dynamic? Because you... don't want to bring somebody into something like that?
Yeah, possibly. Like the annoyance of it, and like, or like at the time, maybe I was embarrassed of like my mom at the time, or you know, the situation, or maybe, you know, I was, yeah, I mean, it's partly that, it's partly that I just, I don't know. I don't know if I was around two loving parents where like the idea of family and like what it can like do for you and as a foundation, and how important it is to have someone that you can lean on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. What is that?
I mean, I kind of got it with my other...
I've seen it in movies.
Yeah. I got it with my other... But I mean, that's changing now. I mean, I really do feel like I can go to my dad without judgment and talk about like my tax stuff. And I could, you know, I don't know, I could just be open about certain things where it doesn't feel like there's as much judgment. And I think that it's a good thing that things can, over time, things really can, if, you know, the important thing is we had real conversations the last like 3 times that were very uncomfortable. But because of that uncomfortableness became discomfortability. I think you can get there if everyone's just honest and comes from a place of empathy and not blame. It's hard though, because ego gets in the way, but I really do think that if you can, you know, forgive, you don't have to forget, but forgive and try to just look forward, then you really can make growth. And I don't know, it's happening in our family, so we'll see. Hopefully it lasts, and it's kind of great. It was a good weekend.
I also went home.
Yeah, I know, we were going to get to that.
I didn't have the same experience.
No?
No.
Okay, let's get into it. It's your turn.
So I showed up at my sister's.
Wait, I gotta keep going.
And then forgiveness and empathy.
Ketchup. We had great bagels. I had a bagel. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, why'd you have bread?
Fucking moron.
You have a butthole issue.
I know.
What are you doing?
I thought I could have one.
Why wouldn't you just have like a half of one?
I did, and then another half. So good.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially like a nicely toasted one with cream cheese.
We had cream cheese with
I'm like,
fish
my mouth is
salad.
watering, but then I look
with
at your
tomato.
disgusting thumb. It's like, it's
Do you have a Band-Aid?
No.
You have a Band-Aid here?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have to have a Band-Aid. Do you have a Band-Aid at your room?
I don't have a place. My room is a Band-Aid.
So I went home, and my niece and nephew were home first because my sister and brother-in-law work. And my niece sat me down and was like, "Yeah, we went to hang out with your grandma, your mom and dad, while they were in the hospital, and then visiting a lot." I was like, "Yeah, how'd that go?" And she goes, "Just to let you know, Grandpa asked for your number." And I go, "My phone number?" And she goes, "Yeah, I guess my mom deleted it out of his phone and blocked me. So he was going to put me in as somebody else next, and he couldn't figure out how to unblock me. So I was like, oh, that's nice. That's nice that you're involved."
Whore from Tinder. Who's this? Looks like Mara's number. Nope, just some whore from Tinder.
Okay, it can stay, but it's no Mara.
No Mara, though. A whore that sucked my cock behind your back from Tinder. But no Mara.
No Mara.
Okay, good. Okay. So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and I was getting more frustrated listening to the stories because my niece was telling me that.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you know any of this?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what, you just be a kid. Whenever she starts talking about me, just leave. Just walk away. Just be like, hey, I don't want to get involved. And my sister was like, yeah, I just try to change the subject. I go, yeah, you need to say, as the adult person, don't talk about this with my daughter, Heather. And she was like, I just don't want to start anything. I was like, this is the problem. This is why she gets to run this whole family like this. None of us get along. This is crazy. And then I did try to talk to my sister about a couple things, and her asshole got real tight on him, and I was like, okay, all right, so here, let's have some cake. I'll go to bed, and then tomorrow I'll leave. See you later. It was real weird. It was strange. It's like I couldn't just be like a friend with her because I wanted to tell her
with your sister.
Yeah, because remember she set me up with the chemist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wanted to talk to her about that, and I was like, oh, he messaged me, and she goes, okay, anyway, well, what's going on with George? And I was like, well, I'm still with him. She's like, didn't you find period blood? And I was like, yeah. She goes, I don't know why you make these choices, and then changed. I was like, good talk.
Yeah. Well, it's not wrong. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So
you went and saw your dad in the hospital?
Mm-hmm. He's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he out?
No, he's still in. Because he was in ICU for almost 10 days.
Was he awake?
Yeah. He was just goofing around.
Did he notice you?
Yes.
Yeah. Was
your
mom there?
Excited. No, she's only going 10 minutes a day. Remember?
I know. Definitely not your 10 minutes.
No.
Did you see her at all?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No way. I think after hearing the stuff from my niece, I was more pissed. Like, I've been pretty at peace about it.
Yeah, because you're now looking in a bad light towards your niece. Like, your mom is brainwashing your niece to think you're not a good person.
My niece knows. My sister does tell my niece what happened to us when we were little, which I also don't agree she should do.
No.
I'm like, why is she have to be such an adult at 12? You know, leave her alone. That's what's wrong with us. We knew it firsthand. So I don't agree with what's happening, but it's not my place to change it.
Mm-hmm.
I did say, please, you gotta stop. Let them be kids. But it's just so weird. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But it was good with your dad?
Mm-hmm. He was goofing around, made friends with all the nurses there, so they kept coming in and checking on him. I was like, look at you. A little flirt.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, finally got his attention, huh?
Was your brother there?
No.
Mm.
No. He's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Heather did talk about that, because she said that he came up last weekend and my mom was like rolling out the red carpet. My sister had to go on some weekend traveling. My niece is in lacrosse, so they had to do some traveling lacrosse thing. And she was like, oh gosh, Nick's coming home, so make sure dinner is here this night, dinner's here, so make sure to come over for all that. And she's like, I've got shit to do. And she's like, you're not going to come see your brother at all? And she goes, you never do anything like that for us. And then she just went on this rant about how Nick's always been treated so well. And I said, who cares? Like, just let it go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's going to get worse for her because she lives so close now. I was like, just move to New York. You never even think about it. So great.
Yeah. I know. Location helps.
It does.
Separation is good because, yeah, every day. I mean, it would get taxing for sure.
To be so in. Don't lick his hand. It's diseased. I did. He came with me.
No.
He had a good time. Frank came with me.
How are your shows in Michigan?
I wasn't in Michigan for shows. I was in Illinois.
Oh.
I went to Chicago for a corporate gig, and then I
Who
had
did you do a corporate gig with?
Greg.
Oh.
I think he's so mad at me right now.
Why were you dirty?
Yeah.
For the corporate gig?
No.
Oh.
I was so clean. So my girlfriend called me and she told me that her husband cheated on her and she found like real proof. And the first show I did, and I said one cunt. I said my first joke.
For the charity show? Or
No,
what?
no, no, that's the weekend. So the first show I said cunt, and it's on recording. I got a lot of laughs, and got off stage and he goes, "Oh, you said cunt," and I was like, "Oops, sorry." And then my girlfriend called me crying, and after the shows, he was like, "You can't do this, you can't do this," and I was in my mind like, no fucking man is gonna tell me what to do. So
Yeah.
the next two shows I said cunt way more than I even needed to.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's pissed.
What did he say? Did he even say anything after the show?
No.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you might never work with him again.
I don't care.
Good.
I was like, I need to do my comedy. That's my comedy.
I feel you.
If I listened to all the tapes on the way back, because I had 12 hours of driving, and it was all great.
Yeah.
The one show that I was super clean on, I sounded awkward. I was like, I'm not gonna do that to myself anymore.
No, I think you should do exactly what you want to do. I really. And if he doesn't want to work with you, then he gets a different opener.
Yeah. He goes, I said meat locker for a vagina once, and even that was too far. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
I mean, look, just don't work with him anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna ask me.
It's fine. You did your thing.
Yeah, but the club asked me to come back and headline.
Well, there you go.
I know, I was like, he walked me out to the car, chit-chatted, and he was like, would you ever come through and headline? I was like, 100%. Because Happy Never After listeners came out.
Nice.
I know, the first show, there were two, and then there was a bunch in the second show on the first night. And then someone messaged me, but I didn't get to see them because I left after my set because I had to drive. And I was like, do you mind if I just, instead of waiting for his hour-and-a-half set, just hit the road? Because I know I'm never going to work with you again, so might as well just kick it.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the way to go out. At least you go out doing what you wanted to do.
Yeah, you should see his text. I was like, sorry about all the cunts. He goes, you're not sorry, with like caps. You're not sorry, you said it 51 times. And I just go, ha.
Look, I think that's a good lesson. I really do. I think him policing you, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the idea that a guy's like, you could be funny without curse words. Well, I curse in my real life.
Yeah, me too.
I say cunt all the time. Well, I don't say cunt all the time. But I say pussy. I say fuck. I say, dick, shit, penis.
Do you say dick and shit in your set? I don't remember.
Yeah, good amount. I say fuck a lot.
A good amount? A good amount.
I say
I'm like,
fucking
do you say
shit
at
a
least-
good amount.
I never say fuck.
I'm just like
oh my god, and I closed out, the host had to go. So he was like, can you go up and close out the first show? So I go, you guys are fucking awesome. And I was like, oh, whoops.
I love you fucking cunts. This next cunt, you're gonna love him. He's completely clean because he's a cunt. Anyways, my cunt is out of here and it's sored up because it's from a bike seat. Not really though. I have herpes. You fucking cunts. Later, bitch. Bitch, cunts. Did I say cunt? Greg Hahn, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can't worry about shit like that.
No, that was fun.
I know. My family's all like, all these people want to come see you in Palm Beach. And I was like, they're going to hear some interesting things. I don't know if you're going to talk to me after this. I mean, really, it's just two jokes that are any bit sensitive to my family. It's the group chat one with the
Oh, Bubs.
bubbles.
Yeah.
The one line is,
Cheated. The cheating part.
yeah, the cheating, and then, what the kids would love to see a picture of a woman that put them in therapy, naked and playing in bubbles. And then check out those soapy tits, tell me you want to leave mom for her. Those two lines. And then the pocket pussy.
Oh, yeah. But
That's
your
more
dad
my
doesn't
mom
think that,
for
your
that
dad
one.
doesn't think that he had a pocket pussy.
Yeah, he never found it. tried to gaslight me out of that. My dad heard me on a different podcast talking about the pocket pussy. Just letting them know. And he called me and he's like, Drew, I heard about the pocket pussy. I never had a pocket pussy. I was like, I fucked it, Dad. I fucked your pussy. And he's like, I don't know how you did, because maybe it happened after the divorce. I was like, no, you still were together. And, yeah, it was wet, Dad.
Oh, God.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're just going to pretend like you never had one? Yep. But you had one. Yep. Wait, what? You're a pussy. I gotta go. Yeah, so, but, you know, I gotta do me.
You went and worked out in my gym today.
I did. I just did elliptical for 30 minutes and I just did some arms.
That works.
Yeah, I know. It's good though. I don't know.
I ordered this infrared light. It's pretty
Mhm.
badass. I've been looking at it for a year, and my girlfriend I stayed with one of my friends in Chicago, and she made a very good point. She goes, "You've been looking at this thing for a year?" And I go, "Yes, I look at it every week." And I just am like, "I really want this." She goes, "Buy the fucking thing." I was like, "You know what? You're right."
How much is it?
A lot. I put on my credit card. But I think I can incorporate it into my sessions. Because it's infrared, it's collagen regeneration, there's healing properties to it, and there's clinical research, tons of it.
You don't have to sell me.
I'm still selling myself.
Yeah,
on it.
sounds like it.
I'm like, oh my god, I spent so much money on this thing.
$3,000?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Have you got it yet?
No.
How big is this light?
It's pretty big. It's gonna fit. I'm gonna put it, I don't even know where I'm gonna put it.
And you just stand next to it naked?
You stand in front of it naked, yeah.
For how long?
12 minutes every day.
In the morning?
I'm gonna do it in the morning when I meditate.
Do they have a sponsor?
Jove, should they sponsor us? Yes.
Oh, no, but yes, for sure. But do they have like a spokesperson that like you trust?
Yes. I've been reading about these things for years.
Okay.
And I went to go and do them right down the street at a spa from my club, and it's $60 a session for 12 minutes.
Oh.
So I was like, fuck, I'll just buy the thing and then charge my clients for it.
Well, you could bring it into work?
Yeah, there's one piece that's portable. It's targeted, so I could bring it with me. So I could do, I was like,
Yeah, and you could write it off.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah.
But it helps with depression and anxiety also.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Pop of Zoloft.
If I ever get it. If it ever comes in the mail.
I'm sure they're making it right now. Sure.
When you send the money to it, you get a receipt from justin@jove.com. I'm like, oh, thanks, Justin. This seems very professional. What is happening? I was like, what's going on?
Justin. Hey, thanks for buying it.
Yo, thanks for picking this piece up.
Yeah.
We've been trying to unload this thing for years.
Best, Jay. I hate when people do that. You get to a point in your like professional career where you just like you'll write just your first initial. Like email will just get less and less.
Yes.
Depending on how important you think you are. Just be like, yo, cool, Jay. Just a letter. Be like, what? I asked you 19 questions. Yeah. What? And then it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Just like a hyphen.
A hyphen, yeah.
They do that too. I feel like sometimes I have to do that to make it less formal.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just like to keep it a little more casual.
I hate when people will go, when you're writing them in instant or like in Facebook or GChat, or not even GChat, like Facebook Messenger or DM, or you're texting, and then you're like, hey, you want to do my show? And they're like, hey, can you email me that? And it's like, why? Some people want to go to the email, and I get it because maybe it links up to your calendar. That would be the only.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I just thought of that. But other than that, it's like, no, I'm not going. I just asked you.
Email yourself.
Yeah.
Put it on just go ahead and walk it over there.
It happens all the time though, because people want to like get that email so they feel like they're important.
What's going on with your storytelling show?
It's still going.
Oh.
It starts again March 16th.
That's
There's
soon.
one. Yeah, it's going to be at Subculture.
Oh.
So UCB East closed,
Mm-hmm.
and now they partnered with a theater called Subculture, which is in the East Village.
Do you think UCB East closed because of the Glazer situation?
No, I just think it's expensive rent.
Oh, it was a big spot
Yeah,
over in a very.
I don't think it was doing that
Good
well, and
location.
then they over leveraged themselves with the other spot too. They should have just stayed in that badass small like that theater in
Mhm.
West Village.
But people want more.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, speaking of more,
Speaking of more, Ritual, one of our sponsors. They are a vitamin. It's a multivitamin. You always come over here and then shit afterwards. How many times a day do you shit? Are you checking your phone while I'm doing this? Okay. All right. So one of our sponsors, Ritual, which I actually really like. I was going to bring it out for this because they smell like mint. It's lovely. The flaxseed oil does not have a gross fish smell. It when you burp it up, it's just fish. Anyway, it is a subscription-based product, and they have prenatal. They have for aging, and there's so many benefits for it. I actually like the website ritual.com/happy health. I like the website for nutrition information. It's like got everything that you need. It's pretty cool. So for you obsessive label readers, the Ritual's vegan-friendly, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free ingredients and their sources are 100% out there for the whole world to see. So don't worry, everything's got. We were talking about turkey bacon at work this morning, and I was like, do you know how much MSG is in turkey bacon? Just eat regular bacon. And he was like, aren't you vegetarian? I'm like, yeah, but I don't. If I was going to eat meat, I would tell him to eat regular bacon instead of turkey bacon. Anyway, so this is really great. Make sure to go ritual.com/happy health, and it's a subscription based, so the thought will be taken out of it, and you can just take your multivitamin every day and get all those nutrients that you are missing. And go to the website and check out all the nutrition information. Anyway, how's your gas? You good?
yeah, my gas is good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, got up, had to fart a little bit. Been eating more protein, just getting that protein in.
What kind of protein?
Yesterday was like, I don't know, some like plant-based. It was funny. So my brother's very like with the kitchen and everything. He's like, he's always like on top of it. Like he doesn't create messes. He's just
He's Dan.
yeah, and he's very like I don't know. And then I'm on the blender, and I've made plenty of smoothies in my life.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's pressure from him watching or like just my brain is elsewhere because of my parents being in the same room together or just starting Zoloft or whatever it is, having a wart on my thumb.
I was like, don't touch my stuff.
Yeah, having, herpes too on my cock and everything all over it. I don't know what it is, but I freaking try to make this this smoothie. And I do blueberries, raspberries.
Frozen or?
Not frozen.
Okay.
Then I do almond milk, baby kale, baby spinach, or maybe adult spinach. Baby kale is good, by the way.
Okay.
Almond milk, ice, and then I put in a thing of water, like one of those, like a bottle of water.
Okay.
A little too much liquid. I went with there. And so when I blended it, it went completely to the top. So when you open the lid off, it was like spilling. And then for some reason, there was so much water that it split 50-50. So it was like just liquid on top and then all like the nutrients or anything that's positive on the bottom. And it was like foamy, like liquid on top. So I couldn't, if you poured it, you're just getting foam.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to take the foam out, and then I'm like spilling on the table, I'm spilling on the blender. I go to clean the blender, and so whatever. And my brother's watching all of this, and I know he wants to make the smoothie. Like, in the perfect way, he would have made the smoothie. And I was like, he should have made the smoothie. But, you know, it's interesting. You know, I go there, and, like, and they are insanely nice to me. It's an incredible, like, house, and I get the training sessions and everything, but I'm not on my time anymore. Although, you know, it's pretty lenient, but then again, it's like, you know, the first morning, I'm woken up at 8:15 in the morning, and it's nice. My nephew wakes me up. It's a nice way to wake up.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to sleep till 9:30. You know, I'm on vacation a little bit, I think, but I'm not.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
So then you end up on their schedule, and then, you know, you're asked, hey, can you go do this? Can you? And so then you end up doing, like, all these, like, chores, which is fine. I'm more than happy. Like, the old me would have been like, I can't believe I have to fucking go, you know, like. But no, I realized the positives and how nice they are, and I don't have to spend any money. Whatever. There's a lot of positives. Positives definitely outweigh the negatives, but you're not on your own schedule, and you're not. Yeah, you just tend to like get told what to do a little bit, and it's like if it was the other way around, like I don't think it would be taken. Like sometimes I don't like tone.
Like if you were telling them what to do.
Yeah.
You don't think that they would handle that too well?
No, I don't think so. But they're never. What am I gonna have people over to have their dick cut off in Bushwick, like, and be like, hey, can you sit in my living room, or can you, like, there's no living room. Like, so I don't know. You know, it's just interesting dynamic to be like given direction when if it was the other way around, I don't think it would be.
Well, I think that's an ego situation. Like if you can't take directions.
I think I can. I do.
Yeah, I have a problem with people controlling my time.
Yeah.
I have a huge problem with that. It drives me nuts. That's why I live by myself, and when I travel my own terms. And my sister tries to do that, but she's learned.
Yeah.
But I don't handle that well. The kids do wake me up. All kids wake you up. But
Yeah.
they're so excited to see you.
No, it's great.
So that's nice.
No, it's great. But there is like a tone thing. Like there was a couple times where like tone was misread, and I was like, "Are you being sarcastic?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm being sarcastic." And then I don't know. There was like, because he's stressed out. He's dealing with the baby getting his dick cut off. You know.
Like what?
I was like, oh, I don't know. Like my watch wasn't working, and so he was able to fix it, but so it said like it's like an older watch, and it happened to be Friday. So when you change the date, you can only change the date by like pulling out like the little handle.
Yeah.
And so he ended up getting on the right date because it was already on Friday. I was like, was it already on Friday? And he's like, yeah, it was already on Friday. I was like, cool. I was like, are you being sarcastic? He was like, no, it was on Friday. But like, I think he was just tense about like other things that it came off like, yeah, it was on Friday. Like that's how I heard it.
Yeah.
But he didn't intend for that. You know what I mean?
Yes. I get it.
It's just like little things that.
It's usually the little things that'll piss you off.
Yeah, but I didn't get angry at all this weekend. I mean, it's
I think
not.
this is all.
Huh? Yeah, it's right. It's all.
You're like, I don't know what it is. It's so chill.
I'm just so chill with everything.
It's great.
I know, but those things are tough when you're not in your own home turf, and you know, but you know.
My friend Stacy, opposite. I was at her house and I was like, can I? Because my sister, I don't get to make coffee because there's an alarm thing. There's like a whole system with it, so I don't make coffee if there's no coffee when I'm ready to get up. I just don't have coffee. And at Stacy's house, I was like, can I make coffee? And she goes, yeah, dude, make some fucking, if people need coffee. If you want coffee, just make everything here, just have it. I was like, okay, thanks. And then I'd still add, I'm like, can I use this blanket? She's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know.
Who, like, hurt you? Yeah. Who yelled at you or who was
so
uptight?
Many people.
Yeah.
So many people in my life. I was always like, okay, I'll just stay like this in a ball and just be fine. I'm fine.
Sometimes, you know. Sometimes you have to like walk on like eggshells a little bit, and like, man, I'm pissing you off. And but then this other way, which, and I know like these are all like problems that like, I'm well aware. But like when then they're like, hey, can you please do like instead of like telling you what to do, then they're like they think you're so sensitive that you can't handle things either.
But that also comes off as condescending, like, hey, can you?
Yeah.
Hey.
I know my mom will do that with me.
Can you take your work thumb off the couch?
Yeah. Can you take your work thumb and off my kid? Can you? I don't blame you for that, actually. Maybe it all came down to the work thumb and they all saw it.
Whatever.
yeah.
We all have situations.
Yeah, but he'll hear this and then he'll be like, "Oh, was I too rough on you?"
Since I talked about how we create so much yeast while we exercise, both men and women, I've received so many DMs about yeast, and all I think they want me to say back, which I can say to everyone, it's normal.
What, to have yeast?
Yeah, to like have overgrown, like an over amount of yeast.
Okay.
Like in ladies, it smells, you know.
Okay.
Whatever, just clean yourself and dry off.
Yeah.
And sometimes it manifests into like a breakout. It's all normal. It's okay. You're okay.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine.
Everything's fine.
Well, because you don't always have. Yeah. I mean, I think the ends justifies the means. So if you have to have a little breakout and a smelly little vag for a few days, but you feel great because you're in shape and you've lost 35 pounds, go with a little bit of a smelly vag every once in a while.
Okay, so that's not what I meant.
Oh.
You can go ahead and clean that right away.
Oh,
You
okay.
can take care of that immediately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just have the smelly vag. On that note, you can find me at Andrew T. Collins.
You have shows coming up?
Bloomington, Minnesota. I will be there this Thursday through Saturday. It's going to be cold.
It's going to be all chills.
Hopefully I can just put my ward out the window and I will freeze right off there.
Real chills there. Oh my God, wait. Can I tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got hit on.
Okay.
Hard. But I was sitting at the bar because I wanted to leave Greg alone in the room because his act is very high energy, so he always needs like 10 minutes of decompression time. So I let him sit in the green room by himself with Frank. And so I was sitting at the bar by myself in the corner, and this guy sits down and he hands me flowers from another table. And I was like, hey, and then he wouldn't stop asking me question after question. I felt like I was being interrogated, but I also was in the corner, so I was like, I can't get out of here.
Yeah.
And then I realized I am not made for being single. Like, I can't do it.
Well, this is one creepy guy.
He wasn't creepy either. He was like a nice dude from St. Louis.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I'm very uncomfortable. I want to get out.
I grabbed the flowers from the other table. It's kind of
He was very charming.
Yeah.
And then he was like, what are you guys going to do after this? I was like, I don't know, sleep, get out of here, run, into a knife. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And just so many questions. And he didn't, and then I would answer the question because it was like a very short answer.
Most women like getting questions asked to them.
Oh, I am not.
If you found him very attractive, it'd be different.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
If he walked over and he was hot and he was like, I like cheese sandwiches, I'd be like, let's bang.
Yeah. Just declaring statements, but no, some guy that's like really like wants to get to know you, but you know,
And I
he has
did
a
full
lazy
panic.
eye. Yeah.
No, he was tall, he was Midwestern, he's from St. Louis, he had your